Welcome to 5 Minutes of Mime, the longest-running podcast dedicated to the performance art of mime. I am your host, S.E. Engerman. This week's episode was delayed when someone asked our performer if there was a mime in a forest and no one around to hear, does it make a sound? And he ceased to exist. Friedrich Nietzsche was a 17th century philosopher and thinker. Nietzsche is best known today for proclaiming the death of God, that modern morality comes from within man rather than from an external supernatural source, and expanding on the idea of the Übermensch, an evolutionary goal for a more morally cognizant human state. But less known, albeit more apropos to our goal here at 5 Minutes of Mime, the longest-running podcast dedicated to the performance art of mime, Nietzsche was also an accomplished composer, poet, and supporter of the silent arts. His compositions were meant to be illustrations of his philosophical ideas. While Nietzsche was not himself a performer or choreographer, he often expressed admiration for mimes. He felt the speechless expression captured the essence of what Nietzsche called der Will zur Macht, the will to power. And so, join us for tonight's performance, the evolution of mime into Übermime. Nietzsche's philosophy is oft misunderstood. The concept of Macht, power, should be thought of closer to the English willpower or self-control. The intention is not one of craft, force, or an imposition of will on the other. Thanks to all our guests on tonight's show. If you'd like to learn more, please visit us at 5minutesofmime.com. Join the conversation on our Facebook listeners page, the 5 Minutes of Mime Quiet Storm, and on Twitter at 5 Minutes of Mime. Remember to visit the 5 Minutes of Mime store at TeePublic and leave a review for us on iTunes. From the 5 Minutes of Mime team and myself, S.E. Engerman, see you next Thursday. Until next mime, good night.